Okay, thank you, everybody. We appreciate your patience. All of those of you decided to hang in there, which looks like it was most of you. Obviously, it's a difficult decision for the Board of Finance. We haven't made a decision, but we had a lot of discussion, and we're blessed with five candidates that all had a lot to bring to the table. So that's as you can imagine, that leads to a lot of discussion. Um, so we will go ahead and move on to our nominations for the Board of Finance. Agenda item 8A. And I'm just going to open it up to the board members. Would anybody like to make a nomination?
I would nominate Jody.
Okay. Bill is nominating Jody Gross
Jody Gross.
to fill the vacancy for the Board of Finance. Do we have any discussion from the board? We already had some in executive session. Okay, all of those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
So we have three. All those opposed? Okay, we have three, so that motion does not pass. We have a split vote there. Okay, we can entertain other nominations.
Mark, are we able to have discussion in between or no?
We can. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, if you have something specific, yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, it was just lengthy discussions on all the very great candidates. So, all right, no, we'll move on, I guess. Thank you. Then
Okay.
based on some of our discussions, am I allowed
Yeah,
to?
you can make a nomination if you want, or
Yeah, I'm gonna move to nominate Liz Lokich for Board of Finance member.
okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, Kimberly seconds. Do we have any further discussion from the board members? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed?
How do you vote, Mark?
Nay.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably say nay too, or they should probably abstain actually. We're gonna just go on. Do we have other? Yeah,
I'm
Joanne?
going for it because this is turning different than so I'm gonna go ahead and nominate Beata for Board
I'll
of
second.
Finance. Very
I'll
important.
second that.
Okay, any discussion?
Just liking
Okay,
what
all
she
those
brings to the table, all the varied things that she brought up. Yeah, that's
in favor say aye.
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 Any
Mark?
opposed?
How are you voting?
Yeah,
Mark, you didn't vote.
yeah, I did. I said no.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
on
I'm
this
a-
particular one. Oh, okay.
So that was 3 and 3 again?
Yeah. Okay.
How about that? Well, I'll take a shot. I'll nominate Heather.
Okay. Any seconds? I'll second that for the sake of a vote. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Did you give us a minute for discussion?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Sorry if I'm allowed. Heather, like I said, they're all very qualified. I just didn't hear enough tonight to go with that direction, in my opinion. I don't mind putting it out there. Again, I want all the candidates to know. I think they're all, terrific. I just didn't hear enough in hers if we're discussing Heather.
Okay.
Okay. Other comments or just questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so we're going the rounds here.
I'd like to make a nomination.
Go ahead, Louise.
I'd like to nominate Liz.
Okay,
I'll second it.
Kimberly seconds. Okay, we'll do another round. Any further comments? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, any opposed? at 2.
We are.
Yeah, I was abstaining because of just, I know Liz personally not that well, but I think with that, the motion still passes.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a majority, but I think with given the vote that the motion passes. Further comments by the board?
Great job. Everybody was fantastic again, and I'm sure Liz will do a great job. And so I think it was a good
Congratulations.
Yeah, just the same comments. This is a really super difficult decision. We had,
Really
5
is.
good candidates, and we have never seen that for sure, as long as I've been involved. I would ask all of you to please remain involved because there will be openings in the future. There will be need for people that care about the town as much as clearly all 5 of you do. And probably sooner rather than later, the way things go, we get unexpected vacancies. Right now, there are 3 vacancies, 1 on each of the main boards in the town, and we need people who are good, committed, and qualified to fill those vacancies. Absolutely. So, I don't know what the status of the Board of Finance vacancy is. Look into that one. There's one on the
Sure.
Board of Ed. I don't know what the status of that is either at this point. But look into that and keep your eye on these boards. Keep your eye on the elections when it's time to come and nominate new people to fill go out there and do it again. Please, we really need you. So
Yeah, and I'll say just to, I've been doing this a while and I have never seen 5 candidates for an open spot. I think the most we've ever had is 2 or 3. 5 is insane. It was amazing that so many of you stepped up. So yeah, stick around, please. There's lots to do in town. There's lots of, there's more turnover than you'd think. So.
And we all had positive things to say about all of you. I mean, there's not a negative thing to be said here. We appreciated all of you. It was, it's gut-wrenching at times, when you have to come back and forth, and some things that are said in our private meetings, don't always come to fruition, so, but we really appreciate all of you. And yeah, thank you.
further comments from the board? Okay, thank you. We'll move on to agenda item 9, which is board open discussion. I want to just bring up one thing for the board. If you have not already, and it was people brought it up, Jody mentioned it in his discussion, and Beato certainly brought up the charter and the charter revision committee. So there are some significant changes in the charter language, proposed charter language. Some of them have to do with the budget process. I looked at it, pretty thoroughly at least once. They were published in the River East Bulletin a couple of weeks ago. I think it's also on the town's website, so you can check it out there. Some of them do have a direct effect on how the budget's processed. It's somewhat of, I think, an attempt to streamline the process. There are pluses and minuses to both sides of that question. In general, my view is I'm probably in favor of what they're proposing. It also moves the budget hearing and the town budget meeting earlier in the year. Not a lot, but a couple of weeks. So yeah, so it will further compress the amount of time we have to work on the budget. I'll be honest, I don't think that's a bad thing. It gives us a little more time before the end of the fiscal year to get a budget passed. So that does add that value. The challenge is that we have less time to actually formulate and do the workshops on the budget. But, this is one of those things I think that it's just going to force us and the town and the Board of Selectmen, all the town departments and Eric to be very focused on getting it done quick and not dragging it out. So I think we have the time, and, you don't want this project, as they say, sometimes the work expands fit the time allowed. And so we're going to have less time to get the job done if this passes. But I do think that everyone should take a look at those charter changes, and some of the others are related to to promulgating the ordinances of the town. That's outside the purview, I think, of the Board of Finance. But personally, I don't have a problem with it. But that's just another another thing for I think it's important for everybody in the town who's involved or concerned about the town operation should understand the charter changes. Okay. That's all I got.
Mark, I presume since this was a really streamlined meeting because we had so much to do with all these candidates, that we'll get to things like liaison reports and what have you in the next meeting.
Yeah, if you have anything, you can go ahead and bring it in now.
So there's just a really quick at CIP. There was a proposal brought forward regarding the school gym heating situation. I didn't know this, but I guess the heat comes in off the ceiling, and given the height of the gym, it doesn't really reach the floor very well. And so they're having to use a lot of heat to get the gym in the middle of the winter warm enough. And Jeff Murray had brought this whole proposal for something called a destratification fan system to put in multiple destratification fans. I guess the ceiling fans that are in there, they're these 8-foot blades, and they spin slow and they don't get the circulation down far enough. So the idea is to replace those with destrat fans. And there was a proposal. There's an estimate, a proposal, and CIP did vote to recommend to bring that forward. It's about we're hoping a little under $20,000 project, but Jeff's pretty insistent that it'll pay for itself. It's just a question of maybe how optimistic you want to be about how long it'll take. But the idea is we'd burn less oil trying to heat that thing in the winter.
Okay.
So I had never heard of a destratification fan before that meeting, but it all made sense.
I never heard of it either, but that sounds good.
Yeah, it has to do with what it takes to circulate the air in the gym properly to get the heat down and whatnot, because heat wants to rise. And it's about how fast the fan needs to spin, basically, to force that air down.
Assuming it's optimized for that type of thing, as opposed to just being a standard ceiling fan.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to a layperson, you'd think the ceiling fan did the job, but apparently not.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll look to see where that, I don't know where they want to fund it. I know Carol Lee had asked me a little bit about something about that, what the process would be. If they want to fund it out of the town's funds, it's got to go through the Board of Selectmen also.
Well, I mean, it's got the backing. I mean, Murray's behind it. I don't know who else on the select board might be.
He's 1 out of 4 right now, so
yeah,
yeah. We'll see. Yeah. Okay.
So, anyway, that was the update.
Okay. That's a good one, Rob. Yeah. One other thing I'll mention too, is I don't think all of you have been you wouldn't necessarily been privy. The tri-board policy that Rob and Shannon were working on. Shannon had asked the town attorney to review it. He did not have time because he was working so much on that minority representation opinion that you were all forwarded for the town. He had to spend a lot of time on that, and he updated it until recently. So he just finished with that. He sent Shannon and I a text this morning and let us know that he was going to make the tri-board policy review his next priority. So we don't have that legal review yet. And Shannon had asked about maybe putting it on this meeting, but it just wasn't going to happen this time.
We had a lot to do tonight anyway, so I think next meeting is good.
Yeah. So just so you're aware of where that stands too. So. Anything else from the board? Open discussion?
Just a comment that there was some good news, I guess, about RAM taking in Columbia students, which would help lower our burden again. So,
speaking of cooperating with other towns and finding ways to,
well, like Jody said, sharing the burden with other towns, right? So,
yes,
I thought that was great. Yeah,
I think it's good. Student related costs, would probably be up a little bit, but all the things that are building wide or something. Yeah, that is awesome. I'm happy about enrollment's so down. I mean, they might as well do that. And I think it's good for the kids too.
Absolutely. Like 400 people is down right now. So
right. When my kids went there, I think graduating classes were 1,200, or right? Or
You
wait,
still have to
twelve
maintain the
hundred
building and the
total.
grounds, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I mean, on net, it's gonna be better. Yeah.
It's going to be better.
exactly,
Financially. Yeah.
And all
exactly.
special
Good
costs
point.
and transportation comes to Columbia. You know, like special education, transportation,
Right.
all those additional costs go to the student, you know, to the town. So we're not picking up any of that burden.
Right. Right. So
So that was
Building's
good news.
built to hold that many kids, so that it is a good thing. So yeah, nice.
yeah.
Anything more on the board open discussion? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to correspondence. I don't have any that we haven't already shared. I sent on the information about the minority representation, which, as you learned from reading it, or at least my summary of it, it really doesn't affect the Board of Finance so much. It is a factor with the Board of Selectmen, so they have to factor that into their nomination and decision process. But for us, we're okay where we are. Okay, so if we don't have anything else with correspondence, we can move on to public speak. Again, I'll go around and see if any members of the public have anything to add. Let's see. I'll just go from my screen. Liz, you have anything more to add?
I just wanted to thank all of you once again and thank everybody else who threw their hat in the ring. This was a tough decision for all you guys. So appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Christina, sorry.
All set. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yada?
Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hopefully working with everyone in the future.
Yeah, we hope you do. Thank you. Marcy?
Oh, I just want to appreciate the consideration and all your professionalism, and you guys do such great work, and that's probably a testament to why there were so many of us that wanted to join. You know, you guys seem like a good board, and everyone cooperates with each other, and just really, you guys are a good team. So I appreciate all your efforts and your consideration, and I think you've made a good choice with Liz. So
thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see you around. Jody?
Whoop, there we go. I can come off mute. First of all, congratulations, Liz. You're going to be a great addition to the board. Thank you to everyone that considered me for the open position, and look forward to continuing to stay involved in town. Thanks.
Yeah, we hope you do.
Thank you, Jody.
Yep.
Okay. I have Julie Gourdet.
I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay. Am I pronouncing your name right?
It has a hard T at the end, Gourdet.
Okay. I'm from a French background, so it's not...
No worries.
Oh, okay. There's a chat from Scott said that he had nothing. Heather?
I'm all set. Thanks everyone for your time.
Okay. Thank you, Heather, and hopefully we'll see you contributing to the town again soon. Okay. I think that's everybody, so we can move on to our next item, which is 12, which is the adjournment. Would anybody like to make a motion to adjourn? Bill, I saw your hand up. You're making the motion?
Over there. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Louise seconds. Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Glad to hear there aren't any opposed. Any abstentions?
Tired.
For those of you who are candidates, if you think this is a long meeting, just wait till budget season.
Hey, we were better this year.
Yeah,
we weren't on there till 11:30.
No, we had 10
pretty
o'clock
tight.
was a late night.
But now,
very
if we're gonna compress the process, that's why I was shaking my head.
I
By
know
the way,
that's
Liz,
scaring me a little bit.
town clerk
Compressing? I don't
is
know.
not to be sworn in.
Yeah, town clerk for Liz. Yep.
Okay. All right. Very good. So no abstentions. The motion passes. The meeting is so adjourned. Thank you very much for your participation. And once again, thank you very much, our candidates. It's a very tough decision, and any of you, I'm sure, would have done a great job. So thanks very much.
Take
Good
care.
night, everybody.
Thank you.
Night, everyone. Have a great night.
Good night.